So I'll just talk about basically the timeline for EFA. EFA short for Education for All was founded roughly a year ago, on July 30th, 2018, during our trip to the local village at Ningxia province. And the we and then Dylan, basically, our chief founder was Dylan Liu, who's currently in UC Berkeley right now, and it was him who bring all of us together, and then we became the first EFA executive teams, and we immediately began operation at the local elementary school in Daguyan Village, Ningxia, and after the trip to Ningxia, we decided to use Zoom as an online platform to continue teaching the kids online, the third graders and fourth graders mainly, and we successfully completed our first EFA online lesson on September 17th, 2018. And so basically, we just keep on teaching the third graders and fourth graders every every Wednesday night, for around 40 minutes as an English lesson. And our last lesson of the last school year ended on May 29th, 2019, and we as a EFA executive team, we revisited the village during the June of 2019, and basically, some of you might not know, a lot of stuff happened. For example, the local government barred us from entering to the school campus. So instead, after we came back from the village, the whole summer, July and August 2019, EFA reorganized our operation, and then we began to reach out to more schools beyond just the school in Ningxia. And right now we have two more school branches to set up in other provinces of China. And we just started teaching the school year too. And our first lessons was completed September 23rd. All right, next slide.
Okay, so after after our first school in Ningxia, we have now expanded to two more schools in Inner Mongolia and Jiangxi, and there are two more schools on the way, and those will probably be starting next semester or next year. And basically, the way that EFA teaches is for every lesson, we plan the entire year in advance, and for every lesson, we make a Google Slides that corresponds with a unit or half a unit in the textbook. And because there's a test in China, there's like an English test in China, they all have to pass like every year. And it's called it's just the end of the year exam for everyone. And we have to follow the textbook because that's what prepares them for the exam. But in addition to all that preparation, we also add in stuff that only we would know as native English speakers, like just any like cultural or just cultural differences or pronunciation. And that's actually our main purpose. We have to remember is that we are native English speakers, so our pronunciation is much better than any of the English teachers in China. So we use this to advantage, and we basically put that into curriculum, and we just try to make them learn English better. And our fundraising operation is basically, we are trying to start more chapter schools in the US. We currently have two, but in these chapter schools, we do fundraising and we do awareness. We raise awareness, and we just, from the fundraising, all of our proceeds go to funding the educational resources in these schools, as all of our schools that we partner with need our services because they can't hire an English teacher from Europe or from North America to teach their English lessons. So so in many cases, these schools, they need, for example, Wi-Fi, or they need computers, or they need textbooks, whatever it is. We use all of this money goes to supplying them with the necessary educational resources.
And so for our some of our future goals, the first one is we're already applying. Oh, first of all, EFA is already a registered corporation under the U.S. federal government, and right now we're applying for the nonprofit 501c3 status, and currently like it's still being processed, so it's pending. But we're expected to get a nonprofit status very soon, and once we get a status, we'll be able to legally fundraise and raise money for donations. And we're actually I put in progress there, but we're almost done with standardizing curriculum. So this year EFA has a EFA curriculum team standardized our English teaching curriculums by using the English 人教版 textbooks as references, and we basically created PowerPoint for each unit, and then we're use the PowerPoint to teach the kids English. The PowerPoints are being classified into year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, which correspond to the first year. Like year 1 means the kids are learning English as a first year, and year 2 means like they're learning English for a second year. We're also planning to expand to more schools in rural areas in China, and currently we might get 2 more schools. And we're also going to establish more school branches throughout North America. And currently we already set up 2. And we're also going to find sponsors and apply for presidential award status. And we're also going to continue to recruit new passionate volunteers. Oh yeah.
Okay, so we have some important documents that you guys, I'm not sure if you guys read over them, but we'll share with you all of these slides after, and you guys can look over these documents. And our main communication, the main ways you'll be communicating to us is through WeChat, either through the main volunteer chat, or you can just private DM us, either private DM Jasmine or Laura, who will coordinate you guys and answer any questions you guys have. And here, this is really important. You guys need to follow us on Insta and Facebook, because we need those followers and likes, you know. And subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit that bell notification. This is like probably the most important part of this, like to prove yourself, you guys, you know. Okay, next slide.
Yeah, it's really important. Just we'll send you guys a PowerPoint later on. You guys have to subscribe. It's a requirement. It's mandatory.
Okay. Let's make this more interesting. Okay, so for the volunteers that are here right now, so there's 3 types of things that you guys can be doing, and one of these is teaching lessons. So here we have our table of like when we're teaching lessons. So all these times are in PST. So make sure that you know what it is in your time zone. So if you want to teach lessons, you need to teach with an exec in the lesson first, so that you can be trained properly. And if you want to sign up for a lesson, there's the link over there. We'll be looking at a sample lesson.
Oh.
And then we'll send all these links in the group chat. So don't worry about like copying them down or anything.
Wait, do you guys want me to stop sharing screen?
No, you can just control it.
Yeah. Okay, so another thing EFA does is we start school branches. So if any of you guys are interested in starting school branch, there are certain things that we look for and that we want to do with our school branches. So the first thing is fundraising. So how EFA runs is we run on donated money. So if your school is kind of iffy about fundraising, that's totally fine. But if your school can fundraise, that would be great. You can also help make curriculums during your branch, like within your branch. So as Alex and Sean have already stated, we use Google Slides and we personally make the curriculum that we teach to the students based on the textbook. So if anyone's interested in that, they can also do that. And then we also look for volunteers to teach the lesson. And school clubs are a great way to find new volunteers. And then for leadership within your own chapter school, that's mainly for you to decide. We'll also give you a school branch primer, which we will introduce to you later in the group chats. But yeah, if you're interested in starting a school branch, feel free to reach out to us and we will totally help you start that. So yeah.
Okay, and then the last thing, or one of the third thing you could help us out with is making lessons. So right now the current curriculum team is me, Hannah, and Harvey. We're all on the exec team, and we're covering 3 schools, so we definitely want more people as each school has like a lesson a week. We need to make like a new slideshow each week. So as we've mentioned before, our lessons are made on Google Slides, and we use Zoom. So right now each lesson we want to make like visually appealing. We used to use these Word documents that were pretty boring, so we're trying to make it more engaging for the students. So by using Google Slides, having pictures, and sometimes having like a storyline, like if in the lesson the students are helping a character out through their knowledge, their like English words that they're learning, and plus we have some review in each lesson to help them learn.
Okay, and this is just a sample lesson that we did last year to show you guys a bit of what we do. This is a bit different from what we do this year since the PowerPoint format is different, but this is just a little sample for you guys to see, just get a taster of VFA. So that was our grade 3 class, which is when the first year that the kids start learning Chinese, so start learning English. So obviously they're pretty inexperienced. And this is, I think this is also the grade 3 class. But this year we have grade 3, 4, and 6, and possibly more grades.
We can't hear the voice.
Wait, guys. Okay, so even though you can't hear the voice, that's basically what the lesson looks like.
They used to look like that.
Yeah. In a lesson, there's 2 volunteers, so you won't be doing it alone, so don't be scared. And you basically just go through the PowerPoint that is already pre-made. And there's like notes on the PowerPoint, and you just follow the notes and just teach the kids everything that's on the PowerPoint. It's very self-explanatory. So it might look scary, but it's not.
After this this presentation, we will send you guys a link in the group chat to several of our lessons, so that you guys can just see what our lessons look like. We'll send you one from grade 3, grade 4, all of our grades, and they are significantly different from our format in these videos. Yeah. And I think we're on to questions. If anyone has any questions, just ask, and yeah.
You can either like unmute yourself and ask them verbally, or you can type them into the group chat, whichever one you guys want.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions.
Oh, what's the group chat? If you're already in the group chat, it's just called EFA volunteers. If you're not, I think you can I think Jasmine or Laura can add you to the group chat after. You just have to message them on WeChat and they'll add you. You sign up for a training session. We'll be hosting that, I think, later this month. And basically, for the first, because we have classes before the training session, for the first few tutors who teach the first few lessons, they'll have sort of private, like before, like half an hour before the lesson, like the current teacher will help them, help teach them how to teach. But later this month, we will definitely have a training session for everyone who wants to teach.
Oh yeah, just another point to add on to that. When you sign, if it is your first time signing up for lessons, you cannot do it with another person who has not done the lesson before. You have to do it with another experienced tutor, like an executive like us. And then once we feel that you're experienced enough, we can have you teach on your own. Any other questions?
Oh, and apart from the lessons, we'll also send this PowerPoint to you guys so that you guys can review everything.
Are there any other questions?
Oh, how do we assign hours?
Hmm?
So hours are basically tracked in the sign-up sheet, and then at the end of either at the end of the semester or at the end of the school year, we'll total them up for you. And you can honestly just check the sign-up sheet, the Excel sheet that we will share with you through WeChat, and then you can see how many hours you get in total. And yeah, so rely on WeChat for most of the communications for EFA. Any last questions?
It is a first come, first serve basis for every lesson. So you have to plan ahead basically. But if it's your first class, you're gonna have to, two people can't teach the first class at the same time. As John said, you have to partner up with another executive to like for your first class so that you can sort of be like guided along since you're relatively inexperienced. But after that, you can teach whenever you want as long as you sign up first.
For everyone that's already signed up, we normally prep around, I would say, 20 minutes in advance. If it's your first time, we'll probably ask you to prep earlier. And so, yeah, just check your WeChat the day that you're signed up to teach, and the executive you're teaching with will reach out to you with a time to meet and a Zoom code. And then as for leadership positions, those open up at the end of the year. So keep an eye open for that if you're interested. And yeah. Any last questions? Ooh, yes. Can new
Definitely.
volunteers help make lessons? 100% yes. Emily, so there is a dedicated curriculum team that is all we do is make lessons. And if anyone other than Emily as well is interested, 100% reach out to me. So my name is Hannah, Gloria, or Harvey, and we can train you to make lessons with us. It's very fun. Anyone that's artistic or is interested in that, please do DM us. It's very, very fun.
And I think we'll post all the WeChats of the executives in the sign up sheet so that you guys can just get it whenever you want.
Yeah. Any last questions? Oh, yes, you can. So, yeah, so you would use EFA's name when you start a school branch. There are currently, I believe, 2 school branches right now. And we would give you the branch primer. So it's kind of like a sort of, I don't know how you say this,
Guidelines.
sort of like an introduction to how to start a branch. And we would basically lead you through that. And we would try to find what your branch is able to do following your school's like rules. But yeah, totally reach out to, actually you can reach out to me. I can talk to you about that. Gloria, did you want to add something?
No, it's all right.
Yeah, you good? Okay. Anything else? Oh, where's all the contact info?
Yeah, we'll add that onto the sign-up sheet right after this meeting so that you guys can have access to everything, to all of our WeChats and etc.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's only 20 minutes, but it's twice a week.
So the grade 3 class is kind of interesting. We normally, all the other classes, we teach like new material, but in the grade 3 class, we basically reinforce what they've already learned in class. So that class is a little bit of like a special class that we do.
And the reason for that is basically because, as you know, like these schools all have time brackets. So for example, for the Inner Mongolia class, we have one of their time brackets. For English class, for the Jiangxi one, we have two of their brackets. But because the Ningxia class, basically we don't have any of their time brackets, but because the principal of the school doesn't allow it anymore, but because the English teacher really thinks that we're valuable and that like we can really teach them, there's two like breaks at their school. Well, there's one break at 2 times a week at this school that the English teacher has offered that we can go to a local library or just a classroom and we can teach a lesson there. So this is like outside of school. That's why it's only 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions?
Last chance. Ask it all. Anything else?
I mean, if you have additional questions, you can always ask us on the group chat too.
Yeah. Or you can DM us personally.
Yeah, and if wait, you guys should all be on. Yeah, never mind.
Okay, so I think that's a wrap for this session. Remember to follow us on Insta and Facebook and subscribe. I'll send you a slide so you know the usernames and stuff. But if that's it, just await further information, and thanks for applying.
Welcome to
coming.
EFA.
Yeah.
And thank
Yeah.
you.
Good job, Alex. Good job, Alex.
Wow, thanks, guys. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, Alex, make sure you post a recording on the WeChat too, so like the people listening.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a recording of this entire session that you guys can rewatch later.
Yeah.
If that's it, I think that's it.
Mm-hmm. I think that's it.
Awesome. All right. Thanks for coming, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Check your WeChat message.
Yeah.
Follow and subscribe.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Or just follow all the accounts. Okay.
Yeah.
You post great content. You should all follow. It'll enrich your lives. Okay.
All right, Alex. We can end the meeting now.
Okay, bye everyone.
All right. Bye, everyone. Good to see you all.
Thank you.